So it's really important to talk to your spouse more openly than many people do about what you expect as you get older, as you get to whatever the next stage is. So, for example, I have a lot of couples who never really talked about the transition to being empty nesters. And this often coincides with the time that the woman is going to be entering menopause. And the man thinks that all of a sudden they're going to have more time together to be intimate when the kids are out of the house, because all of the prior years she was stressed out to be physically intimate when the children could hear or when they're awake or when they're in the house. But when they leave the house, she's an entirely different person. She's much older. Her priorities have shifted. If she was low libido enough before that the kids being even in the home bothered her for intimacy, then it's unlikely she's going to have some sort of tremendous spike just at the time that her hormones are leaving the building. So a lot of men think it goes without saying that this is going to be their era of increased intimacy when the last child leaves to college, and the woman could not think more further from that. Her opinion is completely different. This is a time for her to focus on her career or volunteer work or socializing again, because the kids are not creating her schedule for her. She has her time is her own. So this is just one of the many examples of empathic ruptures that occur because people think that things go without saying about how the next stage of life will go. Nothing goes without saying. That's a really good way. You remember that joke, assuming makes an ass of you and me, right? It's like that, because thinking that things go without saying is basically making a lot of assumptions about your partner and their values. If these conversations feel beyond the norm and are incredibly anxiety provoking, then therapy can be a place where you guys have discussions about more sensitive topics. But in general, when you assume that you know that you and your partner are on the same page without verbalizing that, that can tend to go very, very badly.